Well, welcome to this Hartford Showcase event on Hartford TV. I'm Don Morrison, my partner Pat Pollard. Pat, I'm so happy to be here at Patterson Mill. It's a battle between two teams that are 7-1, two teams that have played pretty much the same opponents in the Susquehanna division. Winner tonight wins the region, is the number 1 seed. Loser is the number 2 seed. Winner wins the Susquehanna division. Loser is in second place. To see these two teams come to the last game of the year, both with 7-1 records, it's quite a thrill.
Oh, we got a good one tonight, Don. Beautiful night, packed house, two 7-1 teams going for the league championship, also for the first seed. You know, it's more of a bragging rights game tonight. They're both going to go on to the playoffs. There's a good chance they play each other in the playoffs, barring an upset, but I can tell you, they're going to want to win tonight's game.
Absolutely. Senior night here at Patterson Mill. As you said, a packed house. It is just, you know, what football is supposed to be, and that is you come to the last game of the year, it really means something. This game is for all the marbles in the Susquehanna division.
Yeah, it's a big game, and you can tell by the crowd. Of course, the Patterson Mill faithful are here. They got it packed, and the Joppatowne people, I think, are still streaming in, but there's not a seat open in the house.
Not a seat to be had. We're happy to have the seats that we have.
Yeah.
You look at this team, Patterson Mill is a running team, a team that's only thrown the ball 31 times all year. But don't let that fool you. Their quarterback, Thomas Rohal, he can throw the ball, throw it well, but he also runs it well. And Theo Droyer, along with Ethan Pridgeon and R.J. Wilhelm, these kids can run the football.
Yeah, Patterson Mill is a running attack, balanced running attack. 3 or 4 guys, including the quarterback, have significant yards this year. You know, when they do throw, it's usually big.
Yep.
I think they suck teams in a little bit,
Yep.
and it's almost like a service academy. When they do throw, it's a lot of times it goes for big yardage.
Ethan Pridgeon, who's a senior running back and wide receiver, number 11, he's caught the ball 14 times of the 31 passes, been 20 completions. He's caught it 14 times. He averages 19.9 yards catch every time he catches the ball. So keep your eye for Patterson Mill on number 11. You turn the page and you look at Joppatowne. This team is just indefensible because they can beat you running the ball. Their big running back, Stephen Robinson, big in terms of just ability, not big in stature. This young man has 1,419 yards in 8 games coming into this game tonight. He is a stud.
Well, Joppatowne is an offensive powerhouse. They got guys on the state leaderboard and statistics all over the place. Throwing the ball, running the ball. Offensive coordinator Caleb Myers came over, where he was the offensive coordinator at Edgewood last year, which was a prolific attack that propelled Edgewood into the second round of the playoffs. Mentored under Coach Rawlings there, and he's done a heck of a job with Joppatowne's offense this year.
You're seeing number 3 and number 9 there for Joppatowne as they come out, and number 8 for the Patterson Mill Huskies. 8 the quarterback, 3 the quarterback, and 9 the running back for Joppatowne. Now to honor our country, here is our national anthem. Great job of the Patterson Mill Husky marching band doing the national anthem. And, you know, Pat, you and I love our country, as everyone does in this area. Boy, it's just nothing but like a high school band playing live the national anthem. It just chokes you up.
Well, that was a great job by the Husky band. I live down the street from here, walk my dog up here in the evenings, and I often hear them up here practicing up in the upper lot. So
Yeah, we talked about the quarterback for the Patterson Mill Huskies, number 8, Thomas Rohal. This young man, captain, lacrosse player. He's completed 20 of 31 passes, 270 yards, 13.5 yards a pass, 4 TDs, just 1 interception on the year. And Pat, you said it, when they throw the ball, they throw it accurately, and they throw it as a surprise technique.
Yeah, that's right. You know, we talked about, you know, they don't throw it a lot, but Ethan Pridgeon, the receiver, only 14 catches, but, you know, averaging nearly 20 yards a catch.
Theo Droyer, the senior running back, second-year runner, plays basketball as well. He tells me that he collects vintage tiddlywinks. Now there's a hobby for me, collecting tiddlywinks.
That's the first one on me, Don.
It's a new one. This young man, 775 yards, rushing the ball, 6.1 yards per carry, 8 TDs. I want to switch the page and talk about Stephen Robinson. Your friend of mine, Kevin Kimmel, was telling me that he's been watching Kevin. He said this young man, when he hits the hole, you don't want to be in his way because, you know, it's going to be a collision and he's going to come out the winner.
Well, I mean, he's third in the state in rushing. He's already ran for over 1,400 yards in 8 games, which is pretty impressive, averaging almost 11 yards a carry and 18 touchdowns. So, you know, I mean, I don't, you know. Plus, he can catch the ball. He's a dual threat.
Yeah. You know, and you look at tendencies, and you look at how can we judge these teams. They played pretty much the same teams. Now, they've lost. In the case of Joppatowne, they lost to Perryville, and Patterson Mill beat Perryville. On the other hand, Joppatowne won against Bow Manor, and Patterson Mill lost against Bow Manor. So, you know, you can't compare that ways. And then you look at teams that they have played and they have beaten. They beat them by similar scores. But as you and I talked about, these are two teams that get it done in so much different ways. That is Joppatowne throwing the ball, running it as well, and Patterson Mill strictly a running team basically.
Well, at this point in the year, I mean, you can compare schedules early in the year to see who does what against who, but at this point they played similar schedules. They're both 7-1, so I'm pretty sure we got 2 good teams here. And
you look at the lines, both lines are young, sophomore-laden lines, both offensively and defensively. The backfields are both senior-laden. And then again, Pat, as you know, being a quarterback back in the day, you want skill position people with experience.
Well, that's right, and in any high school sport, you want good leaders as your seniors. You know, your seniors ultimately carry the day for you. But you got some young guys getting some great experience. Those sophomores aren't really sophomores at this point in the year.
Boy, that's a very good point. They have been through the test now. Patterson Mill, the team that is in black with the teal trim, they'll be kicking off from left to right across your TV screen. Joppatowne in all white with the silver helmets, they'll be receiving.
Boy, Don, they got the stadium shaking already.
I'm loving it. This is great. And we're underway with the kickoff, a line drive kickoff, bouncing, picked up at about the 5-yard line, bringing it back to about the 10 to the 15, and down he goes at the 25-yard line.
It was the Brayon Richardson.
It was, yeah. Bring the junior running it back, taken down at the 25-yard line. And so Joppatowne will put the ball in play, 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Give you that Joppatowne starting lineup. Xavier Stacker at the left tackle, James Liu, Nick Webb, Mackay Dudley, and Khalil Thorne across the line. Lamar Watts and Damon Brooks, the wide receivers. Zach Horton, Anthony Wilson, A.J. Wilson Jr., the quarterback. Stephen Robinson, the tailback, and Sean Kane, that H-back. And you watch out for Kane. He's the guy that's going to surprise you, number 8. Keep your eye on number 9. That's the
Joppatowne coming out with the spread. Little motion there. Patterson Mill's in his zone.
Waiting for the takeaway. Handoff, that's Robinson around the right side. He's got some yards. He's got the first down and more. Down the right side. One man to beat. And out of bounds he goes at about the 35-yard line. What speed by Robinson.
Well, that didn't take long for Mr. Robinson to let his presence be known.
We talked about him with a 10.6 yards per carry average. 1,419 yards coming in today.
Well, shown already, he is big and he is fast.
Up tempo also. A.J. Wilson. High snap over his head, back. He covers in wisely, just falls on the ball.
Unfortunate there, takes away some of or a lot of the momentum from the first play.
Yeah, it's going to be, what, 2nd down and maybe 20 yards to go. They've got to get inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line for the first down. Up tempo here. Joppatowne going without a huddle. A.J. Wilson Jr. in motion. Here's Wilson looking to throw. Throws the ball on the move. It's going to be all in off the fingertips on that wide receiver on the far side. Looking for Damon Brooks. Damon Brooks, I'm sorry, over on that right side.
Looked like he had him open. Found a little soft spot in between the short guy and the long guy on D, and just threw it a little outside.
Third down, 3rd and 22.
Boy,
Big down.
They're quick on the plays.
Rolling, throwing, has a man, caught. That's Robinson. Still in bounds, still with the ball, still on his feet, and finally taken off his feet. Check it, it's Sean Kane, number 8, not number 9, on the catch. We'll bring up a 4th down, and Pat, I'll put you in the coach's shoes. 4th and 10. You're inside Patterson Mill territory. What do you do?
Yeah, I think I go for it here.
There's your answer.
They're going to be aggressive.
A.J. Wilson, the quarterback. Waiting for the snap.
I think you got to figure out a way to get the ball to Mr. Robinson here.
Robinson right next to Wilson. Rolling, looking, throwing, has a man, almost intercepted, and it's going to be turned over to Patterson Mill. So the Huskies were able to withstand that first big run by Robinson. They'll take over at their own 42-yard line.
Well, Patterson Mill defensive back was upset he didn't intercept it. You don't want to intercept that. Knock it down.
Yeah, but it looks so good on the stats. Yeah. You're right. That difference would have been about 10 yards, and it is at the 42-yard line where the Patterson Mill Huskies will take over.
Well, good job by the Patterson Mill defense after the first play. They got a little help from the bad, or a lot of help from the bad snap. But
Dan Counselor, Caden Roadrunner, Jacob Holston, Dylan Myers, and Caleb Arneroth across that line for Patterson Mill. Jake Madsen, Aiden Myers, the wide receivers. Ethan Eprision, number 11. R.J. Wilhelm, the sophomore, number 40. Theo Drewer, the running back, and the quarterback, Thomas Rohal, number 8. In the pistol formation, Rohal getting a block. Good yardage, up to about the 44-yard line from the 37 where they started.
Little difference in the offense is Patterson Mill still in the shotgun snap, but don't spread it out as much. You notice they're playing with tight ends, and their outside guys are much tighter than Joppatowne.
And they're going up-tempo as well. Rohal getting the call from the sideline. We'll talk about the coaches in just a moment. Rohal running again, looking close to the first down. It's going to be hit and held. I think Patty may be a yard or two short of that first down. That looked like Robinson, Stephen Robinson, the running back, who also plays middle linebacker, making a hit.
Well, also 21, Marquise Dobbins came in there with a strong hit as well.
With Dobbins with 92 tackles on the year, 15 tackles for loss. They'll bring up a 3rd down and 1. Key play here early in the ball game. Just about 9:52 now left and counting in this first period. Joppatowne picked up that one big first down, and then were stopped in Patterson Mill territory. Rohal going to run the ball. Hit right at the first down yardage. I think he might have it, Pat.
Yeah, I think he's got it by half a yard or so.
Looked like a little confusion on the part of Patterson Mill. The split end went one way and then went the other. But they do manage to get that first down in, still in their own territory at the 48-yard line.
Almost like a cornerback counter. Rohal hesitated, took a step one way, and then followed a lead block up through the guard.
Rohal getting the signal from the sideline. Dave Urich, the first-year coach at Patterson Mill. We'll talk more about him as we have time. Here's the handoff to Droyer. Droyer hit, spun off his feet. It looks like Robinson again. No, check it. It's Kane with the tackle. Sean Kane, a 3rd-year player, picks up about 3. Inside handoff.
Play.
There's Robinson again, and boy, he is no, this time it's a number 0. That's Dejon Short. Dejon Short with the tackle. 3rd down, about 6. Ball resting at the 46-yard line. Now they're going to go back and they're going to talk it over in the huddle. Pat, I like this up-tempo on the part of both teams.
They've got everybody in here tight now. 9-man line.
Counter play, got the first down and more. Boy, that was a well-designed play. That's Ethan Pridgeon, who plays that H-back, took the ball on the inside handoff on the counter and picked up good yardage. First down inside the 40 at the 38. 5-play drive started back on the 37-yard line.
This
No
looks
rest
like
for
an
the
illegal
weary.
formation.
They're ready. You're thinking illegal? Rohal keeps it. Going to be hit and taken down at the 35-yard line. Tackle made by Kendrick Williams, number 7 for Joppatowne. Gain of about 4 on first down.
They've just got everybody on the 9 guys on the line of scrimmage.
Thomas Rohal, senior quarterback, third-year player, also a lacrosse player. High snap, pulls it down, runs it. Gets yardage down close to the 30-yard line. Just be short of the first down.
Well, it's power football, and you run power football like that, you want to stay on schedule. That means you're getting your 3 yards a carry, and 3 times 4, and it was 12 when I was in school, and that's what they're looking for.
I learned that in school, and
the problem is that you run an offense like this, you get off schedule.
Yeah.
With a
third down and a long
negative
4.
play or
handoff. Going to be hit in the backfield. There's the off schedule you were talking about.
I hope I didn't jinx them.
Looked like number 6 on the tackle that time.
Zachariah Horton.
Zach Horton. Zach Horton with 58 tackles on the year. That's to bring up fourth down, a loss of 2. They're going to go for it. Ball at the 35. They've got to get down inside the 30 to about the 29. High snap. Picking it up on the bounce. Rohal getting some yardage, cuts inside. Going to be short of the first down, but boy, he rescued what would have been a disaster for Patterson Mill. So Joppatowne will take over, but they'll take over at their own 34-yard line rather than the midfield where that ball was.
Oh, yeah, if he falls on that ball, it's at the 50-yard line. So great play by Rohal to make something out of it. Almost got the first down.
Pat, we've seen 2 high snaps, one for Joppatowne, one for Patterson Mill, both of which just sort of stopped drives.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the risks when you go out of these formations. Just for several years the Ravens even had that problem.
Here's Robinson. He is such a load.
Good
gang
defense,
tackle.
Good defense out here.
Yeah, it looked like they held him up enough that they got a lot of help coming, Pat.
Yeah.
Boy, just shoes your tackler. Looked like Kamari Silver, the transfer from Milford Mill, number 22, in on the tackle. Pickup of about 4 on first down. Hit coming around the side, still on his feet. Finally going to be taken off his feet.
Well, Carson Gebhardt was the first that got him in the backfield. Couldn't wrap him up, but blew up the play.
With Sean Gain on the carry that time. It's going to pick up a third down, and a long 6. They've got to get up past the 40 to about the 44-yard line. High snap, keeping it. Wilson got some yardage. It's going to be short of the first down. It'll bring up a 4th and maybe 1. Boy, Pat, you're in your own territory. Would you risk it here, 4th down?
No, he gave him the first.
He did give him the first down.
Robinson's in the Wildcat here. Direct snap.
Looked like it was an offside. Maybe they jumped a little soon, did Joppatowne.
Yeah, they jumped into that Wildcat on the last play, snapped it to Robinson. He took the carry and
going to cost them 5 in this case, so it'll be 1st and 15, the ball at the 38. Yeah, I thought that was awfully close to that first down before. They didn't call for the measurement. They gave them the first.
Well, they run so up-tempo, it's hard for us to catch our breath up here. All right, now they're back in their regular offensive set.
The pistol with 2 pistols beside them. Handoff. Looking for a hole, can't find it. Good job by Patterson Mill to come up that hole. Getting up slowly on the play is Sean Kane.
Nathan Lazard, going to have to practice that name.
What number was
Ladarsic,
that? Yeah.
24. Great play by Nathan.
Yeah, it brings up a second down and still 15. Here's the throw. That's to Robinson on the far side. He's going to be hit in the backfield. Boy, great job by Patterson Mill. Was that the Kamari Silver, number 22?
Yeah, it's the Patterson Mill numbers are difficult to pick up on the other side of the field out here tonight with the lights.
Joppatowne right now going in reverse. Third down, about 18 yards for the first down. Still up tempo. Back to throw. Wilson throwing it long. Has a man on this side. It's going to be incomplete.
Oh,
overthrown. Now they'll bring up fourth down, a punting situation.
Yeah. 4th and 20 or so.
A drive that looked so promising to begin with. They did pick up the one first down.
Yeah, you pick up a first down and you commit the penalty, so you're first and 15, and it's just a drive killer.
Our first punt of the night. 3 minutes and 35 seconds left here in this first period of play. Clock is stopped on the field. Not sure exactly why.
Incomplete pass.
Yeah, good point. Thank you. Fourth down. High snap. A low squibbler punt. It's going to hit around the 50-yard line and bounce down inside the 45 to about the 43. So excellent field position for the Patterson Mill Huskies. So, Pat, we've seen that contrast in styles. We've seen Joppatowne spread it out. Patterson Mill in that close-knit offense that they have. Both have been impressive.
They've both moved the ball pretty good between the 30s. Somebody needs to finish the drive here. You got Joppatowne spreading it out all over the place, and Patterson Mill with the 7 blocks of granite.
Thomas Rohall, the quarterback, hands it on the inside handoff up to about the 47-yard line. That was Ethan Pridgeon coming in around from that H-back position that he starts from. Pridgeon's a wide receiver, as you know, with 14 catches. Also has run the ball 33 times for 253 yards coming in. Picked up about 3 on first down. They've run that play quite a bit, Pat. That sort of inside handoff where the flanker comes around.
Yeah, they want you to think an inside, and then they try to pop him out on the outside.
Rohall with the fake. Throws the ball long. It could be intercepted and will not be. That's interesting. I saw Rohall in the warm-ups. Actually, it was the Wildcat as Theo Droyer came in and threw that ball.
Yeah, good play by number 1, Davion Richardson for Joppatowne. Wasn't fooled.
Yeah, it was that Wildcat snap directly to Theo Droyer. I was wondering why Rohall, who's a lefty, was throwing it right-handed. Well, I now found out it wasn't Rohall. Brings up a third down, third and about 7. Key play here early in the ball game with 2:35.
Well, you got good field position. You don't want a 3 and out. See what coach has dialed up.
Rohall by himself now. First time we've seen him back there. Here's the pitch. Looking for the first down.
He's got it.
Close to it. That's Theo Droyer. This time, first time we saw Rohall under center, Pat. Pitched it right back to Theo Droyer. I think he's got the first down. Big play.
Yeah, that was a big play. That would have been deflating, getting the ball on your 44-yard line.
Well, now they're going to call out for a measurement.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Ken Gardner is going to call that sticks from all the way across the field. Pat, from our vantage point, it looked like he had it maybe by a half yard or so.
Oh, I thought he clearly had the first down.
It's the key measurement. It'd either be fourth down in inches or first down in 10. Refereeing crew, Ken Gardner is the referee, John Blaha, the umpire. Steve Davids is the linesman. Robert Hackett, the line judge. Mike Dykes is the field judge, and Jeff Patchell is the side judge. Stretching, and we were right the first time, but only by the length of a football.
Well, I mean, we're up here, but I thought that ball was maybe marked at least a half a yard short.
Yeah.
So I'm glad he still got it, so no harm, no foul.
Exactly. It looked like he had, as you said, picked up that first down but got pushed back.
I know that the Patterson Mill coaching staff was not happy with the spot.
Yeah, you could tell by the body language they were not happy with the spot. 2 minutes, 28 seconds left in this first period of play. No score. Pitch back. That's Droyer. Finds a hole, cuts it inside. Picks up about 4 on first down.
Droyer on the carry, pick up a 4. Second down.
Droyer, a basketball player. In the wintertime, of course. Rohall comes off the field, gets the call from Coach Dave Urich. Dave Urich, who coached at Bel Air for 9 years, he was out of coaching for about 4 years, moved over to Patterson Mill this year, and is coaching here and bringing a whole new spirit to this team, Pat.
Well,
Under center again. Inside handoff. Boy, gummed up there in the middle. Give credit to Xavier Stacker, Khalil Thorne in the inside, making the tackle.
well, he's completely turned the program around here.
No gain on the play.
And give a lot of credit also to Trey Good, Trey Good III, the coach at Joppatowne. He graduated from Joppatowne in 2012, only 28 years old. So he's what they call a temporary volunteer coach, meaning he doesn't teach at the school. Works at his dad's landscape business, and he has really brought a spirit here to this Joppatowne team.
Well, it's great to see alumni back coaching at their school. There's, you know, he knows the kids, he knows the school, passionate about it.
Rohall now throws, has his man inbounds. Great catch there. Keeping the feet in bounds was Jake Matson. Checking not Jake Matson, but number 18. That's John Burns with the catch.
Complete to Burns. First down, Huskies.
Boy, Pat, what a nice play. It looked for all the world like he was going to run. And then being a left-hander, he was able to square those shoulders and make a great pass. I think that was what they call the RPO. Looked like he was going to run and then finally decided at the last moment to pass the ball.
Well, he had a little pressure. The offensive tackle stayed with the end. He made a nice cut up underneath. And then got his eyes up and was able to find his guy.
Well, I like how Rohall keeps his head up, Pat.
Yeah.
Finds that hole. Picks up about 2 on first down.
2, second down.
Thomas Rohall, third-year player. Plays lacrosse in the spring. One of the seniors here, I counted, I think there were 13 seniors being honored here tonight on senior night at Patterson Mill. Last game of the regular season, of course, the region playoffs start next week.
This is something different. Patterson Mill going with trips left.
Inside handoff. Got some room.
Just a decoy.
That's Droyer. Ted Droyer picks up close to another first down.
So where they've been packing it in mostly on the first drive, so they come out here and spreading it out, a couple different formations. That time they got trips out to the left.
Carry. First down, Huskies.
Confused the Mariners, I think.
And that is the end of the first period.
Beyond first quarter, no score.
There you see some of the crowd here tonight. Ted Droyer's, or Theo Droyer's granddad is here tonight, right next to our camera guy. And we might be able to get a shot of him. He's a Marine, I'm told, so he's very proud of his grandkids. We know how that is, right? Being proud of grandkids?
We do.
We do.
Or in my case, grandkid.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's right. You had your first one, was that like last fall?
Last spring.
Last spring, eh?
A year ago spring.
We were doing a baseball game, I think, and you were rushing off for
Yes.
some reason to see your grandchild being born. I don't understand that, why that would be more important than doing a game with me, running off and watching a grandchild being born.
Well, I did finish the game.
You did, that's correct. Nothing is our score. Pat, you look at the scores, and there have been high-scoring games throughout the year. We expected to see a lot of fireworks tonight. We have seen fireworks, but no score yet. Now, is that because of good defense or a couple of mistakes were made on the offense?
Well, I mean, it depends on you talk to the offensive or defensive guys, but I think it's been more about mistakes. So Joppatowne's first drive, they snapped the ball over the center's head. Second drive, they get a first down and then commit a penalty. Patterson Mill also had a snap problem on the first drive. So we'll see if somebody can finish the drive here.
First down and 10 at the 25 as they've switched around now as the quarters have changed. Patterson Mill going from right to left. Getting the call from the sideline. Inside handoff again to Droyer. Droyer's a slippery back. You know, he's not particularly big or strong or fast, but he just seems to be able to find that hole.
Got good vision, he's shifty, makes nice cuts.
I really like how all the ball carriers keep their head up. They're not just, burying that head and lowering the shoulders. They're looking for the cut. Give the line a lot of credit, too. We talked about that young line. Honorath, a sophomore. Myers, a sophomore. Roadrunner, a sophomore. 3 wide receivers here to the near side. With the ball. Still on his feet. Rohall finally taken down at the 15-yard line.
Well, good play by Sean Kane, taking down his opposing quarterback.
Third down, about a yard to go.
They ran that formation before and handed off inside. That time he fakes the handoff, keeps it himself.
Rohall, one of those throwback quarterbacks. He's run the ball 81 times in the 7 games they played so far this year. Or actually 8 games they played, so running it about 10 times a game.
Well, I think he's on pace for more than that tonight.
I think he's run at least 10 so far. Thomas Rohall.
Oh.
And he breaks it. We have a touchdown. Rohall from 16 yards out. A 16-yard touchdown run by Thomas Rohall.
Well, Rohall was very patient on that run. It was stopped up early where the play was supposed to go. He hesitated and cut out to the left, and it was open. You'll see on the replay here.
Thomas Rohall
So you see initially
snap.
stopped up, he breaks it out. Good blocking down from the outside guys, and you're there. Nice blocking on the outside, too, by the Patterson Mill receivers.
10 minutes, 24 seconds left in the half. Extra point attempt is up, and it's good. So Patterson Mill has that 7-0 lead on a great drive. That drive started back at the 44-yard line of Patterson Mill. Started in the first quarter. They had 8 plays in the first quarter and then 3 more plays in the second quarter to go the 56 yards for the touchdown. Last 16 yards by Thomas Rohall. That was an impressive drive, Pat.
Well, it was, it was pretty much all Rohall and Droyer. But very impressive drive. They had the 3rd and 7. There you go.
There's our granddad.
Hey.
He's a little proud. What do you think?
Some for 5.
Yeah.
Let's go, Huskies, let's go.
Good job, Mino. Mino told me about the granddad and he were talking before the game, and we said if we can get a picture of him, we certainly will. Here's the kickoff. Kickoff by Thomas Rohall. Check and no by number 9. Running out of bounds, that's Kane.
Kane does a little bit of everything.
He does that. Sean Kane, the senior wide receiver, running back. Good run back all the way up to the 30, looks like the 37-yard line where they put the ball down.
Well, let's see if the Mariners can respond here.
A.J. Wilson Jr., the quarterback. Pistol formation. Hands it off. That's Stephen Robinson. Boy, he is a load, Pat. Stephen Robinson, he hits that hole. There's nothing shy about the way he hits into the hole.
Robinson carries for 5. Second down.
Second down, 5 yards to go. The ball at about the 44-yard line. Robinson again cuts it. He's got the first down and more. Down to the 43-yard line of Patterson Mill.
Well,
Down to the Husky 44-yard line. First down, Mariners.
if I'm Joppatowne, I keep running him.
Yeah. Resetting was Horton. Robinson starts one way, comes the other, gets around the corner, picks up about 4. Boy, quick feet, Pat, quick feet.
He's big, he's quick. I'm impressed by him.
Yeah,
Robinson for 4 brings up second down.
lots of Division III schools especially looking at him because he's got that kind of skill. Pass, complete. Oh, great defensive play on that far side.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Pass was complete. It looked like
Caden Patuker out there. Patero, I'm sorry, Caden
Yeah.
Patero.
Caden Patera, who has, 67 tackles on the year. He made that tackle with no gain. Here's Robinson. Hanging on, they finally drag him down.
All right.
That'll bring up a 4th down.
Third on the carry. Brings up 4th down.
So once again, the Patterson Mill defense, bend but don't break.
And they were hanging on for dear life saying, I've got him, come help. They're going to go for it. 4th down. They've got to get inside the 35-yard line to the 34. 4th and about 5. Looks like they want to maybe try to draw them offside if they can. Now they snap, keeping the ball. That's Wilson. Close to that first down. I think he might have it.
Yep. Side judge says move the chains. First down.
Wilson has 248 yards coming in on 36 carries, so he's a passer but also a runner.
Yeah, I think the Huskies were sitting on Robinson there.
Handoff. Speaking of Robinson. Boom, and down he goes at about the 26-yard line. Robinson runs so low to the ground, Pat.
Well, he's got lean. He's always moving forward, falling forward.
That downhill runner, as they call it. Stephen Robinson, a third-year senior. Keeping it. Oh, great defensive play by Patterson Mill. That's Jake Matson. Jake Matson had 7 tackles for loss. He's got another one.
Well, Wilson kept it that time on the zone read, and Matson was not fooled. He was stayed home, didn't bite on Robinson, made a great tackle.
One of the seniors being honored here tonight, a loss of 6. 3rd down and 12. Whistles blow. Looks like timeout on the field. 7 minutes left here in this first half. Boy, what a great play by Matson. He just was not going to be fooled.
No.
He didn't just jump at him. He sort of stood and, well, okay, you turn, let's see which way you're going to go. And when he figured it out, he was there to make the tackle.
Well, when you know, the bulk of this drive has been, giving it there on the zone read to Robinson. And so you got a tendency to start to cheat, move down the line. And he stayed home, made a great play, great tackle. And now it's 3rd and 12.
Trey Good, the head coach for Joppatowne, assisted by Caleb Myers, James Murray, D'Angelo Goffigan, and Joey Powell. Just doing a great job. We talked about him, a 2012 graduate. There you see Patterson Mills, coach talking to his team, Coach Hewer. Dave Hurick. There you see him, the first-year coach here at Patterson Mill, doing a great job. 3rd down, 12. Got to get inside the 25-yard line to about the 24. Ball resting just about at the 35. Still with the ball, Wilson. That's Matson again. Now he throws it away. He's going to be intercepted and dropped. Boy, what a great defensive play by number 15, Jake Matson.
No, I think
No, it's not.
That-
You're right. It's another number.
That was 12.
12, not
That was
15.
Patura again. So Patura has made a couple of good plays on this drive.
Yeah, Patero is really a great player. He plays that safety position, but he comes up close to the line. You're right, it was number 12 who put the pressure on. Fourth down.
4th and 12.
Fourth and 12. They are going for it. Here's a pass. Almost a great reception off the fingertips
Pass incomplete.
of Zach Horton. So it'll go back to Patterson Mill.
Well, Patterson Mill was in a cover 2 there, had both safeties back deep. The receiver was open underneath, just threw it a little high, a little behind him.
With Sean Kane, number 8, number 6, who just off his fingertips, almost a circus catch. So the turnover now on downs going back to Patterson Mill. 6:46 left here in the first half. That drive started at the 37-yard line, got down as far as the 28, backed up on the great play by Matson and by Patera.
Well, a little surprising at this point. 7-0 over halfway through the second quarter. I think most people that make short-term investments would have taken the over in this game.
And we never bet, of course. Handoff. This is Droyer. Hit and held. Looks like
Nick
Sean
Webb.
Kane.
Yeah, Nick Webb off of his defensive end position there.
Trigger the carry. Pick up of 1. Second down.
Nick Webb with 2 sacks on the year, 12 tackles for loss, pick up of about 1 on first down. Patterson Mill starting from their own 35-yard line.
I think it's important for the Mariners to get a stop here. Maybe get a 3 and out and see if they can give their offense some field position before the end of the second quarter. Don't want to give up another big long drive.
Thomas Rohall, high snap. Skips it up, does Rohall. Boy, that's twice he's done that. He gets back not only the yardage that they had lost, and now another flag goes down. Looks like he might get the late hit out of bounds. What a play by Rohall. That's the second time he's done that, Pat.
Yeah, that's going to be a block in the back on Patterson Mill.
Check it. Yeah, it is a block in the back by Patterson Mill.
Well,
Been a fairly clean game. That's only about the 3rd flag we've seen.
I know as a defensive lineman, when you see the ball snapped over the quarterback's head, your eyes get as big as saucers, but you have to come in under control. Especially you got 3 guys coming in there. You can't let a guy get away from 3. So come in under control, break down, and get the tackle back here. Now they got lucky with the penalty.
Yeah, it's going to be second down and just about 18 yards to go. Rohall looking to throw, throws it long. Overshoots his man. There's contact out there, but no flag thrown.
Well, that was the same play they were working on in pregame warm-ups.
Yeah, both you and I were marveling at Rohall's arm, who's not renowned as a passer, but he can throw the ball.
Rohall just came out of the game. It's 3rd down still.
I didn't see him being injured or anything.
No, he just came.
Looks like they may have the Wildcat formation with a 3rd down and about 18 yards to go. That's Droyer. Keeps the ball, hemmed in, hit, shakes loose, still on his feet and now taken down.
Good defense by Joppatowne there. Didn't get the initial tackle, but a lot of guys running to the ball.
Looked like it was number 8, Kane, Sean Kane with the tackle.
Kane's all over the field tonight.
And now he's going back to receive this punt.
Well, I said that could be big if the Mariners could get a hold there, and they did.
5 minutes, 7 seconds and counting left here in this first half.
Should give the offense the ball back somewhere in the midfield.
It's a high, short kick. It's going to hit and take a little bit of a bounce for Patterson Mill. It's going to be inside the 50-yard line, though, just about at the 40-yard line. So great field position for Joppatowne.
Yeah, good job by the Joppatowne defense. Now see if they can play some complimentary football.
That high snap again hurting Patterson Mill. Talking about on the play that Rohall was able to make the recovery, and then the penalty which really put them back.
Yeah, now On the other side, Patterson Mills defense needs to bull their neck here.
4 minutes, 42 seconds left.
See if they can get it to halftime with the 7-0 lead intact. Sort of inverted wishbone. Oh, now he goes in motion.
Here's the pass. It's going to be caught. That's Kane. Flag goes down.
Yeah, it's going to be a hold on Joppatowne out here on the edge.
Prior to that catch, the blocker latching on to one of the defenders. There was no gain on the play. In fact, it was a loss maybe of 1 or 2. Pat, do they have the option to decline the penalty?
They do. But
Looks
when
like,
you're when you're in this part of the field and you can get 10 yards, it's tough to give up 10 yards.
Ball now back to the 50-yard line. We started at the 40. It's a 10-yard penalty. Still first down. Kane in motion. Handoff to Robinson. Sees a bit of a hole. Hemmed in and down he goes. Looks like 21 on the tackle. Tackle by Tyron Jackson, number 21. Gain of 2 will bring up second down and 12. I should say 18, second down and 18. Handoff, Robinson around the left side. Has the corner. Short of the first down, but he picks up about 12 or 14.
Good game. They needed that play. Now they got a manageable here, third and manageable.
Third down and about 4.
Clearly 4-down territory. I mean, they went for it here on 4th and 12, so if they don't get it here, I'm quite sure they'll go again.
Handoff. Robinson cuts it inside, got the first down. Pat, I think both you and I are impressed with the ability of young Mr. Stephen Robinson. Coming in with over 1,400 yards in 8 games. Handoff, Robinson. Oh, knife down. Great tackle by Patterson Mill.
Well,
that was Kamari Silver.
Silver made the tackle in the previous play downfield. He got up a little slow, but I was concerned, and he bounced back there and made a very nice play in the backfield.
Kamari Silver, a transfer from Milford Mill, his first year playing here at Patterson Mill, a junior. Robinson around that left side. Shakes one tackle. Gets maybe 4 or 5. Boy, Robinson just sloughed that tackle off like, hey, get away from me.
Yeah, faked him enough to where he just got an arm on him. You're not going to bring him down with an arm.
Third down, 3rd and 7. Clock running at 2:22. In motion, Robinson looking to pass, has a man almost intercepted, overshoots his man.
Wilson's been high today on a lot of passes.
Yeah.
Previous possession, he on the 4th down, he had a man open. He was high. He was high there. He was open there.
In fact, he comes in with a 64% completion percentage.
Yeah, I'm sure he's upset with himself on that. He usually hits those.
18 touchdowns, just 5 interceptions for A.J. Wilson Jr.
Well, big play here, 4th and 7.
Oh, yeah, 4th down and 7 to go. Back to throw without a fake, being rushed, now rolling. Looking, throwing, has his
Nice
man.
play. There we go.
Looks like that's Zach Horton, number 6, with the catch, and that is the first down. There's the first completion of the night. Right on the button.
Well, that was a nice play by Wilson. I talked about him throwing the ball high. He got pressure up the middle, scrambled to his right, found his guy sliding right with him in the scramble drill. Nice play.
Inside 2 minutes. Handoff, Robinson. Hit,
Oh, good
taken
play.
down. Trying to catch a number on that tackler.
2-yard pickup on the play.
I think it was
Picked up 2.
Shevchuk in there.
Yeah, it was Adam Shevchuk. Second down and goal. Robinson with the ball. Shakes one tackle, close to the goal line. No, he's down. They said the ball came out, but the ball was down.
Shevchuk got in again. Couldn't get a shoulder on him. Just got a piece of the jersey, almost a horse collar.
Adam Shevchuk with 78 tackles. Third down and goal. The ball inside the 2-yard line. Inside a minute.
Robinson's still in a direct snap.
Hit and knocked down. He doesn't get in. It brings up a 4th and goal.
Wow.
A loss of a yard. Boy, give credit to that defensive line of Patterson Mill.
Well, big play here.
But you talk about a big play. 4th down and a yard, maybe 2 now. It's a lost a yard.
Could be the last play of the half.
26, 25, 24 seconds left in the half. Both teams have timeouts. Looks like Joppatowne wants to make this the last play of the half.
Well, they either want a touchdown or they don't want Patterson Mill to have a play to run.
Down to 10. They may be waiting for the clock to get down close and then call a timeout. Clock running at 4, 3, 2, and there is the timeout with 1 second left on the clock. Smart time management on the part of Joppatowne. Wait, Pat, you talk about a big play. This is classified as a big play. You either lead 7-0 going into the half or you're tied at 7.
Well, yeah, obviously. 7-point play one way or the other. So
I would say Mr. Robinson may be the young man with the ball in his hand. What do you think?
I think most people in the house are thinking that. You know, Wilson can run the ball.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if you fake it to Robinson here too. You need 3 yards. You fake it to him and see if everybody collapses down on him.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. We're all the way across the field. It looks like they got the down marker about the 2.5 yard line, something like that. So it's not like it is just a quarterback sneak, little quick dive. Here you see the scoreboard, 1 second left. Now here we go. Button up the chin straps, bow the neck, whatever else you have to do.
Oh, they're going to snap it straight to Robinson. He's got blockers out on the right. I think he's going to run right behind him.
Robinson looking. He's hit in the backfield and down he goes. It looks like Dylan Rosner.
Shevchuk.
It is Shevchuk.
Great play by Shevchuk.
Adam Shevchuk with the tackle. And we go in at the halftime, 7-0. Here you'll see the replay.
Well, you see, Joppatowne didn't try to disguise it. They tried to go power on power. Shevchuk knew what it was, and he's able to knife through the gap, gets through the A gap, and make a great play. I mean, everybody knew as soon as they lined up what the play was. It's just a matter of who was going to be tougher, and great play by Shevchuk.
Mr. Adam Shevchuk, you deserve to get the plaudits of your teammates. That was a touchdown saving play at the last part of this first half. So 7-0, the only point scored by the Patterson Mill Huskies. That came on a run by Rohal with 10:24 left in the second period. And that was the only scoring of the entire first half. Bit of a surprise, Pat.
Surprised that it's so low scoring. Both of these teams have been great offensive teams all year. The defenses are showing up tonight, and none more than on that last play. Oh, Mr. Shevchuk, he looked like a guy that used to wear 52 down in Baltimore. Where it seemed like he knew the play ahead of time.
Yeah, and knife right through there, as you said. He found the hole and made the tackle. What a great, great play. Well, we'll take a break here at halftime. 7-0 our score. The homestanding Patterson Mill Huskies leading by that single touchdown, just saving the day there with Shevchuk's tackle at the end of the first half. We'll be back with you for the second half in just a moment. Well, we're back with you at Patterson Mill High School. Don Morrison, my partner, Pat Pollard. Pat, we're watching senior night activities. They're honoring all the senior members of the band. I mean, this is just, you think about it, 4 years you put either in band or in cheerleading or in, being a football player. And this is a special night. Last time you'll be on this home field. Of course, now the region's coming up. You might have one more game, but the last time before the regular parents to applaud and to thank you for doing all the things you did. There you see the band director, honoring and thanking the band members for all that they did in the 4 years here at Patterson Mill.
Well, all of a sudden it's over, and when it's over, it's sudden over. As you know, the days are long, but the years are fast.
Ooh, I'm going to write that down.
How
The
about
days
that
are long, but the years are fast. Yeah.
How
yeah.
about that, huh?
That was good. That's
I think about these things sometimes, Don.
I can't think of the right word I'm looking for. That's profound.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of profound, what we saw in the first half may be different than what we thought we would see. We thought we might see an offensive explosion based on what these teams have done coming in, but it was a competitive, exciting, hard-fought game between the two. 7-0. Patterson Mill, the only touchdown scored by Thomas Rohal. That occurred at 10:24 of the second period. Rohal finished off a drive of 56 yards with a 16-yard run and the extra point added by Connor Schoen. And so that's where we are. And then, Pat, as we talked about Shevchek and his great play, 2 plays in a row to stop Robinson right at the goal line for Joppatowne at the end of the half.
Well, that was huge. I mean, most of this game's been played between the 30s. There's been ball movement, but both offenses, with a combination of some mistakes on the offense and good defense. Let's give credit where credit's due. I don't think many people in here expected a 7-0 game at halftime.
Yeah.
I ran into legendary Edgewood High School linebacker from the mid-'80s, Kevin Kimmel, at halftime. He's been to every Joppatowne game. He's shocked that Joppatowne is sitting on a goose egg at halftime, and that the game itself is this low scoring.
Dave Urich, you saw a moment ago, the coach for Patterson Mill. I mean, he certainly has to be happy. His team will get the ball first in the second half, so leading 7-0. If you'd say, hey, we're going to score 7 points in a whole half, you'd say, well, that's probably not going to be very good for us. So you're leading 7-0. That's not bad.
Well, I think this is the kind of game that Coach Urich likes.
There he is, Coach Urich.
Yeah, so that's Patterson Mill is a ball control running team. They're not a quick strike offense. Joppatowne a little bit the other way. Joppatowne likes to spread you out, throw the ball around a little bit. Maybe break one with Robinson and his 10 yards, over 10 yards per carry average. And so I don't think Patterson Mill wants to be in a shootout with Joppatowne. So this game is unfolding, I think, in a way that they would have liked.
And we have an entire half left of excitement, our last half that we'll be doing here on the Hartford TV for the 2022 season. Gives us a chance to thank the entire Hartford County Public School and John Carroll for their cooperation in helping us put on these events. Thank all the folks who have been part of it. Hope you've enjoyed it, as we'll be back again in the winter for the winter season coming up in December. But right now we can enjoy one more half of football. And there you see some of the fine crowd we have here tonight. Pat, we haven't mentioned it's a beautiful night for football. Maybe, 50s temperatures?
Yeah,
not bad at all.
Low 50s, perfect if you're playing.
Yeah.
Good jacket, sweatshirts. And, it's standing room only here.
And senior night here at Patterson Mill, what better night could it be so far for the Patterson Mill Huskies? Now, I'm not sure exactly what that is that young person is wearing, but it's probably keeping them warm. What do you think?
Well, I think it's an early Halloween costume. It's a squid. Squidward, maybe.
Ah, okay, well, yeah. There we go.
Maybe SpongeBob is near.
We're just about ready to see the second half kickoff. Patterson Mill will be receiving, going from left to right across your TV screen. They, of course, in the dark uniforms. Joppatowne in the all white, getting ready to kick off. Kicking off for Joppatowne, Lamar Watts. And we're underway in the second half. Bouncing, one bounce at the 20-yard line. Cutting it back upfield, and down goes the runner. Getting up slowly. They're trying to pick up a number on that.
Look like Mackay Belton for Joppatowne on the tackle, number 2. And it was a good tackle. I think if he gets by him, there was room to go.
Well, here we go now, setting up on the 28-yard line. are the Patterson Mill Huskies. Thomas Rohall, the fine senior quarterback, going all the way. Lacrosse player, his third year quarterbacking here at Patterson Mill.
Full house backfield
Full
under
house.
center.
Yeah. First time we've seen that formation. Give to the right halfback.
I think that was Kane on the tackle again.
Yeah, he's played a nice game, has Kane, Sean Kane, the number 8.
Or no,
Third year
that
player.
was, I'm sorry, that wasn't Kane, that was Robinson.
8 and 9, yeah, those numbers look a lot alike for him up here. Robinson playing a linebacker, packing it in. Off the left side, short yardage.
Patterson Mill content to play football in a box here.
That's Droyer. That'll be third down now. Third down and just about 6 yards to go. Well, you don't want to go 3 and out real quick.
No, big play here for the Joppatowne defense. See if they can get some momentum going early. Get the offense in field position.
Drive started at the 28-yard line. Rohall under center again with that full house backfield. Again, we hadn't seen that in the entire first half. Handoff. Going to be stopped short of that first down. Different strategy coming out playing that power offense with the full house backfield.
Are they going to go for this? No, they're punting.
Yeah, I was going to say that would be brave and maybe even foolhardy. And I don't think Dave Hurick is about to do that just yet.
Well, no, your defense is playing great. So, and it's, a full 2 yards. So reward your defense. Give them, help them out a little bit.
Connor Schoen to kick it away. Sean Kane back to receive the ball. He's back near his 35-yard line. Waiting for the snap, and the flag goes down. If that's against Joppatowne, nope, it's against Patterson Mill. That would have given them a first down had it been against Joppatowne.
Good job by the Joppatowne defense, though, getting a 3 and out.
Ken Gardner, John Blaha, Steve Davids, Robert Hackett, Mike Dykes, and Jeff Patchell, the refereeing crew. They've done a nice job here tonight. That's a high, booming kick. Fair catch called, and he lets it go, and it bounces by down to the 20-yard line. What a kick by Schoen. Sort of that Australian running kick style.
Yeah, he missed the first one, but he got that one. He had one in the second quarter, but that was, I think, 51 yards on that kick. No return.
Yeah.
Great kick.
Of course, the mistake made by Joppatowne to call the fair catch and then not able to catch it. It hit and took that big bounce for Patterson Mill.
Well, I think Joppatowne was expecting to get the ball close to midfield there.
Absolutely. Well, let's see what the Mariners can do now. They've not been able to dent the scoreboard. As you remember, they were down on the 1-yard line late in that first half. A.J. Wilson Jr., the quarterback, hands it off to Robinson. Boy, one man is not going to take him down. It's going to take 2 or 3.
No, but there's 2 or 3 in there, fortunately for Patterson Mill. Good play.
I will erase that to say that Adam Shevchek, who did it in that first half, he made 2 tackles. Pat, if it could be a season-saving tackles in terms of winning the region of number 1 and winning the Susquehanna. Here's a pass, complete. Looks like it's a 6. That's Zach Horton. Boy, nice play that time by Wilson. Faked the handoff on the RPO, pitched it out to Horton.
Good,
picked up the first down.
Good throw there, even though it's a short throw. He got it to where he caught it in stride and did not have to slow down to catch the ball or turn back too far.
Robinson around that right side, still on his feet.
Boy, I'm impressed with how the Patterson Mill defense, the run defense, has really tightened up.
And they come to the tackle, not just 1 or 2, but they all swarm to that tackle.
Yeah, Robinson was ripping off some pretty good gains early on, but the Patterson Mill defense is really tightened it up. Like you say, swarming to the ball. I think Joppatowne's going to have to open it up, throw the ball around a little bit here.
Second down, a long 8. Kane.
Jet sweep.
Kane's going to be hit and held. Held at about the 34-yard line, a pickup of 2.
Flag down. Yeah, legal procedure. On the Mariners, that's not going to help when you're trying to get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, pre-snap penalty, so it'll be a 5-yard penalty. You'll keep it at 2nd down, but it'll make it 2nd and about 13. Second down, 13. The ball resting at the 28. Got to get out to the 41 for the first down. Keeping the ball. He's free. Got the first down. A.J. Wilson, first time we've seen him be able to break something that quickly.
Yeah, good run there. Good fake. Really good fake. Froze the Husky defense.
Ball at the 44-yard line. In motion. Pass up the middle. Got it. That was Zach Horton with the catch.
Really interesting play design there. They send Robinson out in motion, which obviously got the attention of Patterson Mills defense, and that opened up Horton there in the middle. So really, I really like that play call.
Pat, you talk about opening it up, and they certainly have done that now. Joppatowne with the momentum. That's Horton resetting.
Now they got him to jump. Huskies a little flustered right now.
Yeah, sort of back on their heels, and it's kind of what Joppatowne can do to you with that speed. And they got, Pat, so many weapons, not just Wilson, not just Robinson, Horton, Kane. So first down and 5, the ball moves inside the 35 to the 34. Pistol formation. Still with the ball, Wilson throws it, just overshoots his man.
Good coverage there, though, by Patterson Mill. That would have been a tough one to drop in. They had him bracketed pretty good out there.
Second down, 5. 6-play drive started back on the 20-yard line. Robinson, hit, held.
Robinson on the carry, Dargan on the tackle.
Good tackle there by James Dargan.
James Dargan, the middle linebacker, the junior. 41 tackles on the year coming in.
All juniors at linebacker for the Huskies.
Yeah. Yeah, they had about 13 graduates, but they've got a lot of people coming back. Big down, 3rd and about 3. Obviously 4-down territory.
Trying to get him to jump.
Handoff, Robinson, he's got the first.
Oh, maybe.
Or does he? Looked like he was going to break that 30-yard line, but he got hit right there at the 30.
Good stick by Gebhardt.
Yeah, he is short.
Looked like he had it for sure.
Boy,
Huskies came in. Looked like Gebhardt came in there and stood him up.
Carson Gebhardt, the junior. First-year starter, lacrosse player. Big play here, 4th down a yard. Robinson resetting. Waiting for the snap. Wilson, he's got it. Give to Robinson around the right side. Hit, got the first down. Still on his feet, still running. Boy, Robinson will just not go down. Finally taken down inside the 15-yard line.
Yeah, good run there. Got him out on the edge. Out there, they call that the stretch play. He's just looking for a gap to cut up into, and he made a nice cut and then some.
Here we'll see a quick replay. Now back to live action. Robinson around the right side. Taken down at about the 10-yard line. There you see the replay.
Yeah.
He is a load, Pat.
Well,
9 play drive started back at the 20-yard line. Second down, about 4 yards to go. Robinson coming your way. Hit, shakes that first tackle, finally taken down. James Dargan in on the finishing tackle.
No gain, brings up third down.
This drive has taken up just about 8 minutes now. Started back at the 20-yard line, a 10-play drive.
Tyron Jackson was able to get up in the backfield and really kind of blow that play up.
Third down and 4. Robinson in motion. Wilson's going to run it up the middle. Hit and held. That's Shevchek.
Boy, Shevchek delivers the lumber. I mean, very similar to what they did before, where they send Robinson out in motion, but this time instead of throwing the ball, Wilson stays with it. But Shevchek wasn't fooled, stayed home. And big play here.
Fourth down, fourth and 2, yeah. A long 2, a short 3. Robinson inside. I think he's got it. Yeah, he dove and picked up that first down. It was so hard to stop that young man consistently.
Boy, this has been a great job drive so far by the Mariners. 2 fourth down conversions.
12-play drive started at the 20-yard line. First and goal, the ball at the 4-yard line. High snap. Robinson with the ball. Spins. Held up at the goal line. No, they say he is in. Touchdown. 4-yard touchdown run at 2:57 left in this third period. Robinson, 4 yards. He is just a load. That young man runs low to the ground. You can hit him, but taking him off his feet, that's another thing.
Well, this could be interesting here. Joppatowne looks to be going for 2.
Yeah, 7-6 the score. Yep, they're going to go for 2, going to go for the lead right here. Wilson running the ball, hit, diving, does not get it. He stops short, so Patterson Mill holds on to the lead at 7-6.
That's the same play they ran on the goal line down there at the end of the half, and Patterson Mills stopped it both times. It just takes a direct snap behind 2 blockers, and Patterson Mills too stout in there. I think you got to do something a little more creative.
Jack McNally, Dylan Rosner, Jake Matson across that front line. Linebackers Adam Shevchek, James Dargan, and Carson Gebhardt. So Patterson Mill withstands that bolt by the Joppatowne Mariners, who get on the scoreboard on the 4-yard run. An 80-yard, 12-play drive, which got the touchdown. Now, I don't know about their place kicking, Pat. I haven't seen them play, so, did they have doubt that their place kicker could kick it enough to get the point, or did they just want to go for the 2-point conversion?
I'm not sure either. This is the first time I've seen Joppatowne as well.
A little unusual, I think, to go for the 2.
They had moved the ball pretty well there.
Yeah. Kick coming down. Looking for the hole. He's got a hole. Big run coming back. Down that left sideline. He can go. Samar Manning, number 13, all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Lamar Watts saved the touchdown for Joppatowne, number 5. But great return.
Samir Watts, he found that hole around the left side, went right down that left sideline, and so just like that, Joppatowne scores, and answering is Patterson Mill with the big run back. All the way down to the 26-yard line of Joppatowne. So Joppatowne, who went 80 yards for their touchdown, now Patterson Mill is going to start at the 26-yard line.
I got that as Samir Manning on my program.
Yep,
Do we have
number 8, Samir Manning.
13.
A high wobbly, it's going to be caught!
my
The
goodness.
pass is caught. I'm not sure how that happened. It was tagged and up it went.
Oh, boy.
That was an unusual play.
Troyer's pass complete to Shackle. First down, Huskies.
The ball, I think, was tipped. It
I
had to
think
be
it was.
tipped.
Troyer threw the ball. Here's the replay. You'll be able to see it. Troyer
Goal, Huskies.
throws the ball high in
No.
the air,
No, it wasn't tipped.
and leaping for the catch was number 5, Aiden Myers.
Well, there's ducks and
Wow.
there's ducks. And
That duck found a home.
I heard that one quacking, but it worked.
Here's Troyer looking for a hole around the right side.
He's in.
He's in for the touchdown.
Wow.
Just like that. Theo Droyer.
Oh,
Nope. Do they say he's not in?
just short.
Just short.
Wow.
Yeah, it looked like he got in, but he's going to be maybe a half yard short.
All right, let's see this one again. He thought he was in.
Pitch back. Coming to Droyer around that right side.
Second and goal.
He dives. He hit the pylon.
Well, it looked like he was into me.
Yeah.
I didn't. Did
Unfortunately,
he step out of bounds? No, he's in bounds there. Well, the guy in a red hoodie, I can't tell if his left foot hit the bound. The referee was right there. The guy in the red hoodie was blocking his left foot, but it
well, he's in now.
doesn't matter anyway.
Wilhelm with the carry. Touchdown, Huskies.
That was R.J. Willem on the touchdown there.
Yeah, the big man they give him the ball.
Well,
R.J. Wilhelm, the sophomore, goes in for the touchdown from 1 yard out.
this is kind of what we expected in the first half, Don.
Well, you're Joppatowne. You go 80 yards, and it takes you 8 minutes to do it. And then in 3 plays, Patterson Mill comes back and erases that.
Well, that's a backbreaker with the Manning return.
Shown in for the extra point. That ball would have
boy.
been good from about 50
I
yards.
think he kicked that out of the stadium.
What is good? Your score, Huskies 14, Mariners 6.
14-6 our score. As Joppatowne scores and Patterson Mill answers right back. It's a 1 yard run by Wilhelm. Set up on that big Manning return of about, 60 yards on that kickoff return?
Yeah, he picked it up, I'm going to say probably about the 25-yard line. And
So
Boy,
after
it's
seeing the 1 touchdown the entire first half, now we just like bolt and bolt, we've
Well-
seen touchdowns in the last 2 minutes.
well, you get a big kickoff return, and then you get a knuckleball straight up in the air that just
I'm
comes
not-
down in the hand. How
yeah.
you give the receiver a nice play? He went up and caught the ball, high pointed the ball.
Yeah, Aiden Myers,
just-
I mean,
You got to be shaking your head if you're Joppatowne right now.
you say the chances of that being complete are like slim and none.
That's usually an interception.
Yeah. Squib kick, bounces up off a Joppatowne player, and he goes down, does the Joppatowne player, on a knee at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, that was a smart play by Aaron Hill for Joppatowne. Those squib kicks like that, that ball was really bouncing, and was able to get on the ball. And you got your team field position already on the 35-yard line. So we got some fireworks going on here, second half.
Minute 50 left in the third. It's 14-6, the lead for the Huskies of Patterson Mill on senior night here at Patterson Mill. Well, let's see what A.J. Wilson can do to answer that. In motion, Robinson. Wilson throwing, has a man, complete, he's free, down the center of the field,
It's Kane.
and it's Kane.
He's in.
Kane is going to go in for the touchdown.
Wow. Wow.
Sean Kane gets the pass. It is a 65-yard touchdown pass from Wilson to Kane right over the middle.
Wilson says, no problem. Watch this. He just rips it right down the seam. Kane coming out of the slot, gets behind the linebacker. Safety misses the tackle.
And then speed, Kane going all the way in for the touchdown. 65-yard strike.
Great throw and run. They're going for 2 again, obviously, now.
Looking to try to tie the game, 14-12. That score at 1:36.
Yeah. 1-play drive. I think Patterson Mill had a 3-play drive. And now we got a 1-play drive.
after a 12-play drive. So we've seen the short and the long of it.
Take a minute to recognize our sponsors.
14-12 the score. Patterson Mill has led all the way after scoring that touchdown at 10:24 of the second period. Patterson or Joppatowne came out and scored, missed the two-point conversion, 7-6, as Robinson had gone over from a yard out. Wilhelm then goes in from a yard out for Patterson Mill. Schoen added the extra point, made it 14-6, and on the first play, after that kickoff had been recovered at the 35, they go 65 yards on that bolt. Short pass, Kane made a nice catch, Pat. He jumped in the air and made the catch, avoided, as you said, that linebacker, and then went in for the touchdown. Now the two-point conversion attempt.
Taking it over on the right hash.
Nope, he's short again. Same play that we've seen 3 times, Pat, and they've not been succeeded at all.
Joppatowne sees something there I don't see. They ran the same play on the 4th and 2 at the end of the half and on both two-point conversions.
So twice Joppatowne has scored with a chance to tie, and twice they've gone for the two-point conversion, and twice Patterson Mill has come up and made the stop. 14-12, 1:36 left in the third. Well, we saw 7 points in 15 minutes of action, or actually 24 minutes of action. Now we've seen
19
in the last 2 minutes. Touchdown scored at 2:57 left in the third, and then at 1:45, and then at 1:36. I'm not really good at math, but that's about a minute and 15 seconds. We've seen 3 touchdowns. Well, here we go now, the kickoff for the Joppatowne Mariners.
See if they avoid kicking it to Mr. Manning.
Kickoff coming from Lamar Watts, number 5. Manning 13 on the far side. It's going in the direction of Mr. Manning. Samir Manning has the ball, looking for a block, gets around one man, and will be out of bounds.
Looked like he just dropped the ball. Not sure what happened there.
He dropped the ball going out of bounds, and Joppatowne has recovered.
Looked like he was going out of bounds on his own.
I don't know.
I couldn't quite tell. Hopefully we can get a
You will see the replay.
They were forcing him out of bounds. He looked like he was happy just to go out of bounds.
Here comes Manning, and he dropped the ball.
Oh.
And it's recovered by Joppatowne.
Manning thought he was out of bounds.
Aaron Hill, number 4, with the recovery.
Just throws the ball behind him, and the ball just stayed there on the field. Heads-up play by Joppatowne.
Wow, what a turnabout that was. Joppatowne has the ball at the 36-yard line of Patterson Mill. Wilson looking to throw. Now he's going to run. Directing traffic, throws the ball low, incomplete.
Well, good play there by the Huskies. Joppatowne came out, sudden change there, looking to, a lot of teams will look to go deep on something like that. And they had it covered.
I think it was a good call on the part of the officials on Manning dropping the ball. He certainly thought he was out of bounds, did Manning, and he just sort of released the ball, but it stayed in bounds.
I mean, he was still 2 yards in bounds and flips the ball behind him. And the ball just stayed dead.
Yeah.
Didn't move at all.
Second down 10. Robinson with the ball around the right side, looking for a block. Picks up good yardage, about 7 yards. Bring up a third down. We've seen some unique things here tonight. A wounded duck pass that ended up being complete.
Just about all of it in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah. So taking over after that fumble on Patterson Mill's 36-yard line. Here's Robinson again, cuts it inside. Going to be short of the first down. Good tackle by Petrua. Big fourth down here, Pat. Fourth down and a long 2.
Fourth and a long 2. Would be a great stop by the Huskies after that unfortunate play.
Offside is the call. The Mariners are going to jump offside, looking to try to make a play defensively. That penalty will give Joppatowne the first down.
Yeah, they got Patterson. Patterson's had a good game tonight, but they got him to jump there.
First down and 10, the ball at the 24-yard line. Wilson gives it off to Robinson. Robinson almost breaks it. Taken down just as he was trying to get to the second level. Looked like the tackle made by number 59. That's Jack McNally. And that will end this exciting third period.
Wow.
In which we've seen 19 points scored. And Joppatowne threatening to take the lead. But I'm just almost breathless here thinking about what's happened in the last 2 minutes. I mean, we were at 7-0 until 1:45 left. Patterson Mill scored, made it 14-6. Or actually, at 2:51, Joppatowne scored, made it 7-6. Then at 1:45, Patterson Mill scores, makes it 14-6. And then a 65-yard touchdown pass at 1:36 made it 14-12. And then it looked like Patterson Mill had a good run back, drops the ball on the field, Joppatowne recovers, and now it looks like they're in position to try to take the lead.
Well, that's high school football for you.
Exciting football. Well, here we go now. 12 minutes left in this game. Patterson, the defense now up against it, looking to try to make that stop. They had them fourth down and 2.5, and enthusiastic play, just jumped offside. And so now Joppatowne has that first down. Right now it is second down. Second down as they reset the chain markers.
2nd and 2 maybe?
Yeah, it looks like 2nd and 2. A.J. Wilson Jr., the quarterback. Stephen Robinson, the tailback.
New running back.
Yeah, there is. Wilson will keep, that's Robinson.
No, it's Wilson.
Or is it Wilson? Yeah, Wilson keeps the ball. Wilson faked the handoff and then went in from about, it looks like from about, 12 yards out?
15, yeah, about 15. Number 23, Christian Vias was in a tailback. Not sure if something happens, but zone read here, sees the gap, defensive end comes down.
Great play by A.J. Wilson, took the ball away. Injured man on the field for Patterson Mills. We have a timeout, 11:53, as Joppatowne takes its first lead of the night. They go up now 18-14.
Well, Wilson, who came in with big numbers on the season, struggled to get much going in the first half, but he's really shown me something here in the second half, both throwing the ball and running the ball.
You mentioned about the zone read. He did fake the handoff, took the ball back away, and then went in for the touchdown.
That Chef kept shaking up on the play. Glad to see him okay.
Yeah, Adam Shevchek, who had played that just wonderful first half. Shevchek walking off the field under his own power. Boy, that would be a huge loss if he can't come back in the game. Here's Joppatowne now going for the two-point conversion again. They've tried twice unsuccessfully. You're right, and we don't see Robinson in the game yet. Wilson being chased, throws, caught. Did he get in? No, he did not. The ball is caught, but short of the touchdown. Lamar Watts making the catch, but he stopped short of that two-point conversion. Looks like a penalty against Joppatowne declined. You'll see he's right on the goal line, but just doesn't get in.
Very close. Samir Manning makes a great tackle there.
Boy, it looked like for all the world he was just going to just walk on over the goal line, but Manning made that tackle. So the score stays at 18-14, but now Joppatowne has the lead. 15-yard run by Wilson. 5-play drive coming after that unfortunate fumble by Patterson Mill on the run back of the kickoff. A 36-yard drive. Well, Pat, we wanted exciting action. We wanted fireworks, and we've seen it over the last 5 minutes of this game.
It took a little while, but we got it. I'm looking for Robinson on the sideline. I can't.
Yeah.
He wasn't in on the last play nor the two-point conversion.
Didn't see him get hurt, but he's been running the ball quite a bit.
We'll see if he comes out for defense.
Yeah, because he is the middle linebacker, is number 9, Robinson. Here we're seeing across the field, it looks like they're working on his equipment, if that's Robinson.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
Good work by the camera crew.
Yep. Picking up the number on that run back was that, looks like number 7 for Patterson Mill. That's Sebastian Fryer. Ball put down in good field position at the 38-yard line. Well, now let's see what the Huskies are made of, Pat. They've taken a blow here. Led the game the entire way, and now they find themselves down with 11:48 left in this fourth period. Pitch back, Droyer. Chased out of bounds. Picks up maybe 2 or 3 on first down.
Robinson's still not on the field. So he plays middle linebacker on defense, and he's not out there. So 2nd and 8 here.
Keep your eye on him. You can see him still standing talking to the coaches over on the far side.
Yeah, it looks like he's talking to, yeah.
Doesn't look like he's in any distress at all, but we have no idea why he's not playing. Nice faking by quarterback Ray Hall.
Okay, inside handoff there. They've got the right guard pulling. A lot of blockers there at the point of attack. Just power football. Patterson Mill, I think they're, they'd be happy to just settle down here, get a drive going, let everybody catch their breath.
Yep. Got 11 minutes and 10 seconds and counting left in this game. Obviously, they'd like to go down and maybe score with not too much time left on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they spread it back out with trips right.
Rohal, quarterback, going to run it. Shakes one tackle, shakes another.
Good run.
Has the first down across the 50-yard line.
Just picked his way through there.
First down, Huskies.
Unlike Robinson, who has that sort of lean, Rohal seems to run straight up and down. Sort of like Eric Dickerson, if people remember that great running back with the Colts and the Rams.
First winner.
Yeah.
Name on the ticket. Todd.
Ball at the 48-yard line, first down and 10.
Name on the ticket is Pamalis.
Clock running at 10 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game.
Todd and Pamalis.
Both teams 7-1. The winner is the champion of the Susquehanna division and the region champion, and they'll be the first seed in the regions coming up. Thomas Roy Hall running around the right side, has a hole close to the first down.
Rohal on the carry, pickup of 7. Second down.
Well, he's just so good at picking the hole, Pat.
Well, he's quick. Makes quick cuts, quick moves. He's got good vision.
Coming over now and talking to his coaching staff, seeing what play they want him to run.
Patterson Mill happy to be patient here.
Clock running at 9 minutes and 50 seconds. Joppatowne with their first lead of the game, leading 18-14 as you see. Under center, Roy Hall. Droyer shakes that one tackle. It looked like
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd
Yeah, it looked like Sean Kane on the tackle.
Yeah.
Went in low.
Dejan Short made a good play as well.
Third down, 3rd and 3.
Good overall play by the Mariners defense, especially Short out there at defensive end to string it out.
Yeah, and that pitch back, Droyer fumbled it a moment, made a nice pick of it. It was a bit of a high snap. That sort of put the timing of the play off. Inside 9 minutes left. Roy Hall is going to be hit and held. Well, he won't go down, but finally does. A loss of about 2. That'll bring up 4th down.
Two good plays. 2 good plays in a row by the Joppatowne defense.
4th and a long 4, Pat.
Yeah.
Do you go for it here?
Yeah, I think this is a 50-50 call. They're going for it.
8 minutes, 30 seconds and counting left in the game. Big play. 4th down and a long 4. They've got to get down to the 38-yard line. Ball resting at the 42. Rohall back in the game. Well, here we go. Perhaps the play of the season in terms of winning the Susquehanna division.
Up under center.
For Patterson Mill.
Up under center with the full house again.
Handoff around the right side. He's going to be hit, and down he goes. He will not get there. The run by Ethan Pridgeon.
Looks like Davion Richardson out there.
So the 7-play drive comes up naught. Joppatowne will get the ball at their own 42-yard line. Well, just a great job of Joppatowne stringing that play out.
Well, the 2nd down and the 4th down play, they tried to run outside left and then outside right on the 4th down play. And good job by the Joppatowne edge guy setting that edge.
A.J. Wilson hands it off. I think that's Robinson back in the ball game.
Robinson's back in. I didn't see him in on defense, but back in on offense carrying the ball.
Stopped after about a 3-yard gain.
Maybe he just needed a blow. Going both ways tonight.
Seven minutes, 25 seconds left. Back to throw without a fake.
He's got a man underneath. Oh, it's short.
And throws it short. Now to bring up a 3rd down now. 3rd and about 7.
All right, Huskies got a chance here. Big play here.
Unusual call by Joppatowne. They've been doing the RPOs where the quarterback had options. That time he just dropped straight back.
He had a guy. They sent 3 guys deep, had 1 guy come underneath. Good play design. Just didn't execute.
3rd down, 7. Handoff. Robinson. Struggling. He's going to be close to the 1st down.
Guys. All right, here's another big call. 4th and 1.
4th and 1. The ball inside Patterson Mill territory at about the 49-yard line. They've got to get to the 48.
Maybe. Yeah, they're going to go for it here.
Leading by 4 points. This is, again, we talk about the play of the game. 4th and 1. In motion, Kane resets. Trying to draw Patterson Mill offside, perhaps. Finally, the snap. Robinson around that left side. He's got the 1st down inside the 40-yard line.
Good discipline by the Mariner offensive linemen. They had him in their stance for a long time. I know those guys don't like that. I think they were trying to draw. I mean, they had a play called all along, but I think the first option was to see if they can get him to jump. They did on the previous series.
Big play, and now Joppatowne has at least 4 more downs. Kane, same thing, in motion, sets. This time Wilson will keep it. Gets around 1 tackle. It's going to be hit and held. Good job by Patterson Mill to string it out and finally make that tackle.
Silver, another tackle by Silver.
Yep.
Well, starting to get into crunch time here. The clock's becoming a factor as we get down 5.5 minutes.
Pick up about 4, second down and 6.
Huskies defense needs to really buckle down here, come up big.
Keeping the ball, Wilson. Good job hanging on to that football.
Wilson on the carry, 1 yard pickup. Third down.
Pat, I'm checking to see if Sheffield is back in the game.
He's not.
Check, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's not. He's over here on the sideline. Looks like he's trying to maybe stretch out a calf or something.
Robinson around that left side. Hit and taken down. Great job by Patterson Mill.
Robinson on the run. Patterson on the tackle. Brings up 4th down.
Patterson makes the tackle. He's played a great game, has number 12.
He's been all over the field. Stops him for no gain there. 4th and 5.
We talk about big plays. Here it is again. 4th down and 5.
This is it right here.
Clock becoming a factor at 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Robinson in motion. Here's Wilson running. He's got the first. Again, that little delay. Wilson on a big run, big run.
Wilson keeps first down. Mariners.
See what the officials are. They're going to bring it back. I'm not sure what the call was. Looked like an unsportsmanlike call. I didn't see it.
If it's a dead ball foul, he'll get the first down, and
Yeah.
then they'll mark off the yardage. Here we go.
They're marking off 15 yards.
Yeah, it's going to be a dead ball foul.
Which is a first down.
So
So
it's-
the penalty occurred after the play was over.
After the play was over, so they give him the first.
So good news, bad news for Patterson Mill. They do back them out, but the clock still runs at 4:06.
I don't understand where they got the chain set here. It should be 1st and 25.
There it is. Keep blocking.
Looks like a procedure call.
5-yard penalty. Still first down.
You know, I was going to say on that 4th down play, you wonder if the Joppatowne coaching staff knows that Shefcheck is out of the game, and they quarterback draw there up the middle. You got to wonder if that would have been different if number 34 was in there. Looks like he's got a cramping issue. He's over here on the sideline, chewing on an energy bar, drinking some water, stretching his calf out. That calf is usually that's where the cramps usually come.
First down and 15. Robinson. Good run. Down to the 35-yard line. Yeah, Pat, you mentioned should have been first down and 25. But they marked it right where it's 1st and 10.
Yeah, I guess I'm confused on that. I thought they would have set the change where the first down was and then taken them back 15, but maybe not.
It was a dead ball foul, so I guess they gave them the 1st and 10 from that point. Ball at the 35-yard line. They've got to get inside the 30 to the 28. Robinson,
Good play there.
great
Good play
job.
there.
A triple tackle.
Matson, among others, in on that play.
Yep. Second down. Still 5 yards to go.
Should be 3rd down.
Should be. They haven't marked it yet. Now
There
it
we
is
go.
3rd down.
Yeah.
But the bad news is for Patterson Mill, that clock continues to run.
They
Right
stop
now
it
it's
there.
3:02.
Timeout. Huskies.
So 3 minutes left in the game. Joppatowne leading by 4. The Mariners had been trailing the entire game until they took a fumble on a kickoff return and converted it into a touchdown on a short touchdown drive. Three minutes, 2 seconds left in the regular season here at Patterson Mill on senior night. These two teams 7-1. The winner is the Susquehanna Division champion and the region champion, and will be number 1 seed in the regions coming up. So it's either Haverty Grace or Pikesville. They know they'll play one of those two teams depending on who they win and who loses.
Well, I see Gebhardt, starting linebacker, over here out as well. I didn't see him come off the field. Shevchuk is back in.
Yeah, he is. 34 back in the ball game for Patterson Mill.
So that's, but he's not 100%. You got Gebhardt out. That's 2/3 of their linebacking core.
3rd down and 7. Obviously in 4-down territory for Joppatowne. Handoff. Robinson cuts it back, got the 1st down, got more. Inside the 20 to about the 12-yard line to the 15-yard line.
Well, that could do it barring disaster.
He is just so smart as a runner. He sort of bides his time. Then when he sees the hole, puts that foot in the ground, and then boom, there he goes. Stephen Robinson, the senior, 3rd-year player. We were told that he was a man to watch, and he certainly has been that tonight.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's big and strong, and he's fast. He's got great cuts. He's a triple threat out there.
A.J. Wilson's done a great job at quarterback and engineering this comeback for Joppatowne. Robinson.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of Robinson these next few plays.
Coming up the 2-minute mark, 2 minutes left in the game. Right now, Pattersonville desperate. They've got to get a turnover.
Yeah, they got to start trying to strip the ball. Got to come in. Somebody's got to wrap him up. Somebody's got to come in and punch.
Wilson keeps it, cuts it. Wilson looking for the touchdown. He's going to be a little bit short. Boy, it's a 13-play drive. This has just been a killer for Patterson Mill.
Yeah, this has been a way to close out the game. Not to make excuses, but for part of this drive, they were missing their 2 leading tacklers. But a great way to impose your will and end the game here. I would expect them to kneel on the ball here. Yeah, I think that's what you're going to see. They're in victory formation.
Coming up on the 1-minute mark left in the contest.
Good sportsmanship here by Joppatowne.
So unless there is some kind of a disaster that occurs, it looks like Joppatowne will win their 8th game of the year. They'll go to 8-1. They'll win the Susquehanna Division on senior night at Patterson Mill. For the Huskies, a bitter defeat, a game that you seem to have in hand, 14-12. You get a fumble on a freak play on a run back, and then Joppatowne takes advantage and scores the touchdown.
Well, these two teams are going to be 1 and 2 is what we're told in the regional playoffs. I would not be surprised at all to see them play again. And I would not be surprised if either team wins that 2nd game. Patterson Mill had control of this game for much of the way. And Joppatowne came out, a nice drive to start off the 2nd half. And Patterson Mill answers with the kickoff return. And then we get the 1-play pass, strike drive, and everything went crazy there for about a minute and a half, Don. And but at the end of the game, Wilson and Robinson were just too much for the Patterson Mill defense, and I'm not sure what the health issues are. I think a cramp with Shevchuk, not sure with Gebhardt, but those are the 2 leading tacklers, and that's not going to help when you got those 2 guys running the ball for the Mariners.
Well, the clock has reached 0 for the Patterson Mill Huskies, and as you can see, Joppatowne celebrating. Their fans who came here to support them very happy. The senior fans, the senior night fans here at Patterson Mill, not quite as happy. Boy, what a ball game it was. 18-14 our final score. It was 7-0 at the half as Patterson Mill scored the only touchdown of that first half, stopping Joppatowne when it looked like the Mariners were ready to tie at the end of the half. And then within a period of, 3 minutes, we had 3 touchdowns scored. First it was 7-6, then it was 14-6, then it was 14-12. Then the 18-14, that final score that occurred with Wilson going over from 15 yards out. Pat Pollard, it was an exciting game. It was a well-played game and a very, very interesting game on these 2 teams that were very evenly matched.
Very well-played game. tough game, hard-hitting game. Really good football players out there tonight, and that's what you'd expect from two teams vying for the Susquehanna Division Championship. Joppatowne's got the bragging rights. They got it. Congratulations to the Mariners. 5-5 last year. Coach Good really has got them rolling right now. Congratulations to him and his staff and all the Joppatowne players. But they got unfinished business. I know that they, they're going to want to make a run at this thing in the playoffs, and I think they got a chance. I think they're good. They're dynamic on offense, and they're opportunistic on defense as well. So again, congratulations to the Mariners, and the Huskies aren't done yet either. I know that they're pretty sour, have a sour taste in their mouth right now, and this is it was a game that they, like you said, had led for a long way.
Yeah.
So that's they're not over. They're in the playoffs. They got a chance, and if these two teams play again, I'd like to be there.
I would too. Hey, give Trey Good great credit for Joppatowne, the coach of Joppatowne. His first year, graduated in 2012, came back now. He's leading this program. He's got Joppatowne right now at the top of their game. And then Dave Urich, the coach for Patterson Mill, he takes over at Patterson Mill, and he's got this team, their program, going in the right direction. What an exciting game. All the credit in the world to Joppatowne. Anthony H.A. Wilson, the quarterback, and Stephen Robinson, the tailback. What a great job they did. For Thomas Rohal, the Patterson Mill quarterback, and the rest of that team, just very well played on both sides. Pat Pollard, I thank you so much for being here. I thank everyone who's been watching the Hartford TV for this fall season of sports, and we'll be back with you in the winter time. It's just been a great pleasure this entire year. Pat Pollard, final comments about this game?
Well, I'm glad I was here tonight with you, Don. I enjoyed it. Great night for high school football. A little nip in the air, and just a really exciting, well-played football game.
And that's it, 18-14 our final score as Joppatowne wins on senior night at Patterson Mill. The Mariners now go to 8-1, and they are the Susquehanna Division champions and the region #1 seed. Don Morrison for my partner Pat Pollard. Thank you all for watching. We hope you've enjoyed it. Good night, everyone.